Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WWE Royal Rumble 2016 review. I do apologize, guys, for doing this review very late. This is about a day old almost. But reason why is I was moving, a lot of other stuff was going on. Was visiting some of my other friends from my dad. My dad has some friends that he was visiting that I'm also friends with too, and had a really good time watching the NFC Championship game. But anyway, I was able to manage to pull off the time to watch the WWE Royal Rumble pay-per-view this afternoon, and I'm gonna go ahead and do this review for you guys. Now, we started off with the very first match of the main card, and it was Dean Ambrose defending the Intercontinental Championship against Kevin Owens. This match actually was very well done. I actually have really nothing bad to say about it. I think it was well put together. The action was very good. My only complaint about this match is it should have been close to the main event of the Royal Rumble. The match just before the Royal Rumble match itself for the WWE World Championship. Point being is because it would make it have more importance, and it would have put it as like if there was no Royal Rumble match, that would have been the main event. They've done that with the World Championship belts before in the past, and I think they should have done the same thing again with this, but later on those two reappear in the show where they're in the Royal Rumble match, which makes absolutely no fucking sense. If you're going to have a beat-down, drag-out, last man standing match, making the last man standing match seem brutal, you don't have these two guys compete in the Royal Rumble match. That's really my only complaint about this whole situation. So I wasn't too happy with that. I thought it was a little idiotic, not very realistic. It was kind of dumb. They were walking into the Royal Rumble match banged up, injured, all that kind of good stuff. So, I mean, they gave some kind of realism to it, but regardless of all that, they shouldn't have been in the match to begin with. But their own match, the two they had, was outstanding. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was a really good, well-put-together match. The audience throughout the entire event seemed very entertained by it, and I wish I would have been there to see this. If I wasn't moving, I would have went to see this, and I probably would have had a great time watching it. Pretty good damn show in comparison to what they've been giving us the last several months. The best pay-per-view we've gotten was before this was probably the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. From then on, for the last 2 months, we've gotten shitty fucking pay-per-views that were just absolute garbage and a waste of time. But this match, again, was a good match. I really enjoyed it, and it was very entertaining, pretty hardcore. There was one spot where Kevin Owens did a rolling thunderball, the thing that he does in the corner, and he bashed up the barricade, which was pretty interesting in itself. So that was pretty cool. That match, I definitely would give it a 4 out of 5 stars just for the effort, and they really did a good job together. But the storyline was a little too basic. There was no real big time emphasis, and I think at this point they need to just drop the storyline at this point and move on to something else for both of them. The tag team titles match with the New Day, Big E, and Kofi Kingston defending the tag titles against the Usos. Decent match. Very, very interesting ending. A sneak tag by Kofi Kingston to Big E, and Big E caught one of the Uso brothers, I don't know which one it was, and gave him the Big E's ending finisher and picked up the victory. So that was actually well put together, as I've just said. Fun, entertaining shit. New Day actually did a decent promo. It was kind of a little over the top and a little retarded, but that's what they do all the time. So this match was a 3 out of 5 stars. I give it an average match. Kalisto and Del Rio for the United States Championship. Oh my fucking god. Really? like, back and forth. They're going to trade the title, making it have less importance than it already has since Del Rio has won the title from John Cena. Kalisto wins the title from Del Rio in that championship match. The match itself wasn't bad. I have really no complaints. Pretty standard, average match. So, I mean, I'm not going to bitch and complain about it. But why couldn't they just save this for Kalisto at the Royal Rumble? Or had Kalisto win the title on Monday Night Raw like they did, and not have Kalisto lose the title to Del Rio at all? Don't really make any sense to me. Truth of the matter is, Kalisto should have won this at the Royal Rumble. They should have just left Del Rio alone, let him keep the title till the Royal Rumble, and have him lose it to Kalisto. I think that was the dumbest move that WWE did there. They kind of made it... A match was still, regardless, a very entertaining and enjoyable match, but it wasn't... It seemed like we've already seen this. This has already happened. Del Rio got to win. Kalisto got to win. That's why this 50-50 booking shit doesn't work so great. It's just stupid. It doesn't help either one of the competitors involved in the matches. Unless you're trying to build to a storyline of some sort between the two. Now, if that's what they're trying to go for, that's okay, but maybe they shouldn't have the title change hands back and forth, because then at that point it becomes too predictable. And on top of it, it makes it really, really fucking dumb. It's kind of like what WCW did with the World Championship, and they shouldn't do that with the United States title, because that will just drop the value of that damn belt so quick. The U.S. title open match on Monday Night Raw is what I believe made it great, because of all the good matches that the competitors that were involved in had. And I don't think this should just be on John Cena to do these kind of title defenses. I think every single person should be defending the title each and every week, or at least once every 2 weeks or something like that. But make frequent title defenses, retain the championship, making the person carrying the belt seem important too, as well as the championship itself. Makes sense, doesn't it? This match, I mean, I'll give it a 3 out of 5 stars, just to be nice. I mean, it was an okay match, but just because of the fact that Kalisto won the title back when he should have just won the title at the Royal Rumble, and Del Rio should have been champion all the way through the month, to me, is just absolutely retarded. Then Charlotte versus Becky Lynch for the Divas Championship. This is the promo. I love the promo. The promo is great. It gave you a story going into the Royal Rumble Divas title match, and it gave you a lot of emphasis of what was going on with these two characters. The problem is, why didn't they just do this kind of shit on TV? For 3 hours, you got three fucking hours. You had all this time throughout those few weeks to go ahead and do something like that, and you don't go for it? What the hell's wrong with you? But promo itself, though, with the complaining aside, it was definitely a really great promo and a great way of telling the story before the match. They explain, hey, we were best friends, and Charlotte really went into a lot of emphasis of who she is and what her mindset has, how she's changed over the last few months. Her attitude is, okay, we were friends. We were good friends. She didn't badmouth her. She didn't say she was a horrible person. She didn't say she sucked. She didn't say anything, but she felt like she was a victim because, like, saying, hey, you know what? My focus is winning the Divas Championship. Not worrying about how many friends I got in the business. I mean, it's okay, but if you want to win a championship, you got to be focused on yourself. You can't be focused on your friends, because if you're doing that, you're never going to win anything. You're just going to stay in the midst of the middle card of your roster that you're in, the women's division, or whatever the fuck way you want to put it. But very good promo, very well told story between these two characters of Becky Lynch and Charlotte. And I liked the promo. The match, though, was dull. It was slow pace, old school wrestling, which isn't bad, but they needed to pick up the pace a little bit. And the ending was just outrageous. Freaking Ric Flair gets up, throws his freaking jacket on top of Becky Lynch's head while she had Charlotte in an inverted armbar, and goes ahead and fucks up the match. And Becky Lynch, being a dumbass, lets go of the hold, pulls the jacket off her head, and taunts with Ric Flair. Who the fuck cares? Keep the hold on her. Hell with the freaking jacket. Who gives a shit? Just keep the fucking hold on her until her arm breaks or until she taps. I mean, that right there was just idiotic. The ending really fucked it up for me, and I give this match a 2.5 out of 5 stars. The story, though, was great. That's what really helped me bearing to watch this fucking match. But, regardless of all that, it still was a decent, okay match. But the ending just kind of killed it for me. And that's why it's a 2.5 out of 5. Triple H wins the WWE World Heavyweight Championship in the 30-man the 30-man Royal Rumble match. Excuse me. My opinions on that. What the fuck? Okay, that's my opinion. Truth of the matter is, they had a ton of other great candidates they could have used to win the championship besides having Roman Reigns. One thing I am happy about, and I'll admit this, Roman Reigns isn't the champion. Another thing, the second thing I want to note, how they eliminated him was good too. Triple H was out of nowhere. He was in the match. There was 3 guys left, him, Dean Ambrose, and Triple H. And he went ahead and eliminated Sheamus, and Triple H, out of nowhere, charges at him like a dart, grabs him by the waist, throws him over the top rope, and gets him eliminated, and we get a guaranteed champion. I thought that was awesome. Now, if they could have done that and had a different champion besides Triple H, I'd have loved it. We had AJ Styles appear in this Royal Rumble match, and entrant number 3 had an outstanding role in this match. He did very well. I think he eliminated about 2 or 3 people. I mean, he didn't eliminate a lot, but he was in there for over 20 minutes, and he did great. I mean, he was very entertaining. The audience was 100% behind him, and him winning that title, I think, would have made that audience exploded. I mean, if you had Triple H and AJ Styles at the end of that instead of Dean Ambrose and Triple H, because I don't think anybody would expect Dean Ambrose to even have a shot in hell against Triple H to win the championship. I sure as hell wouldn't have believed that either if I watched it live. So I knew right then and there, once Triple H would have been eliminated, or Roman Reigns was eliminated, it was down between Triple H and Dean Ambrose. I kind of figured that that's what was going to happen. Triple H was going to win. But the ending was kind of neat. They really teased it where they thought they were going to make you think, oh boy, he's going to maybe do it, win the championship and be a dual champion. Unfortunately not. Triple H went ahead. Dean Ambrose was trying to go ahead and spear him through the ropes. Unfortunately, Triple H took his knee upward, rising into his chest. He kind of got stunned, and then Triple H went between his legs, went like a powerbomb position, took him, grabbed him, basically went between his legs and lifted him up over his head and over the top rope to win the match. Now going back to AJ Styles, very interesting thing they got going here. Kevin Owens has got 2 good opponents they could use for him to face at WrestleMania. They got either one of those 2 choices. AJ Styles, Sami Zayn. Both of them were in this Royal Rumble match. Kevin Owens eliminated AJ Styles, and Sami Zayn eliminated Kevin Owens. There could have been a really good confrontation after that. I could have seen like I really would have expected to see something like a Kurt Angle Shawn Michaels incident happen at this Royal Rumble, like those two did back in 2005. But nothing really happened. Kevin Owens just kind of got upset, walked away, and that was the end of it. AJ Styles got eliminated by Kevin Owens, as I already said, and they could lead into something like that. I really think they should keep AJ Styles on the main roster. They really need They need some star power on that main roster. And AJ Styles going in there looks exactly the same, just the way he needs to. The way he was looking on the independent wrestling circuit, he looks great. His attire is awesome and everything else, but that's not really all that important. It's his character, who he is, what he is. They never changed a thing about him, and I like that what WWE did. That was something very positive. That's a good direction they're going with him, and thankfully that's what they're doing. Truth of the matter is, yeah, AJ Styles needs to stay in the main roster. They may want to bring Austin Aries into the main roster too. I think he'd be great, but since he's already started in NXT and he's going to debut, there's really no point at this point to throw him in there. But yeah, really, I think AJ Styles should be on the main roster. Fuck NXT. I mean, no offense to NXT, but the reason why I say fuck NXT is because AJ Styles looked great with the main roster guys, and he was doing great. I think they would be foolish not to keep him on the main roster. They need some star power. They got injuries up the yin yang, and he would be great for a substitution for any of those guys that they've lost. Definitely would love to see AJ Styles face Seth Rollins. They both have a very similar look to each other. So I definitely see a lot of great matches that they could produce with AJ Styles against any competitor that they would like to put him against. Kane, he showed up. Who fucking cares? Big Show showed up. Ryback showed up. Half of the eliminations I can't even fucking remember because they were unimportant. R-Truth, oh god. He was the fucking worst entrant out of all of them. Comes in the freaking ring with a ladder, puts it up there, acts like he's in a ladder match, and he's like, where's the title? Like, get the fuck out of here. I was expecting to maybe see Kane push him off the top of the ladder, see him fly over the top rope onto the floor. I think that would have been really funny, but they didn't do that. He just came down the ladder, got thrown out of the ring, and was eliminated. Then Kane, for some stupid reason, took the ladder and threw it out the ring. Why do that? I mean, that was fucking idiotic. Keep the ladder and start hitting people with it. I mean, what the hell? I mean, I understand this is PG, but come on, let's be a little bit logical here. You're in a Royal Rumble match. You want an advantage? There it is, right there. Hit people with it. Knock them out of the ring. I mean, that was fucking dumb. Then another dumb one. Oh, Roman Reigns gets pulled out of the freaking ring by Rusev, the League of Douchebags, and he's being beaten up and assaulted, then placed on the Spanish announce table. I don't know what announce table he was on. It wasn't on an announce table. Rusev ran from one announce table to the other and did a power splash, whatever the fuck you want to call it, and put him through the table, and that was the end of him for a while, till we got to entry number 28. So, once again, WWE takes Roman Reigns and places him in the nowhere spot, and makes him look like a dumbass, where he doesn't look like he's working hard to become the champion. He could have sat there and waited until the entrant number 30, which was Triple H. He could have just waited until he came out and then faced him one-on-one. They could have also done this. Oh, you want him eliminated? You want him out of the fucking match? How about you run in the ring like the Wyatts did to Brock Lesnar, which I'll get into just in a few moments, and go ahead and knock his ass out of the ring with 3 guys against 1. That would have worked, wouldn't it? Yeah, it would have, and he would have been eliminated. We would have had a guaranteed world champion at that point. Instantly, wouldn't have had to wait all the way to the end to see Triple H do a sneak attack elimination on Roman Reigns. Not that I'm saying that it was bad, but it was all waited till the end when we all know he wasn't going to fucking win. Unless you were going to do something really stupid by making him win. But anyway, getting into the next topic of conversation with the Royal Rumble, besides the Royal Rumble winner, we had Brock beating the shit out of the Wyatt family. Wyatt family came in, they started eliminating people left and right, and then Brock came out. Brock Lesnar was kicking ass, taking names. He was the man in this Royal Rumble match until the Wyatt family, and they made it realistic here. It took 4 guys to eliminate the Beast Incarnate. It took Bray Wyatt, then the rest of the Wyatt family. That was very smart, and they made him look really good on top of it. He eliminated all 3 of the other members of the Wyatt family at once. Not once, but twice to beat them. To eliminate them. And he eliminated them once, but then they came back and he eliminated all 3 of them again. Bray Wyatt was pretty impressed by that, but he still attacked him, beat his ass, and did whatever he could to get him out of the ring and eliminated. Wyatt came back in the ring for the 3rd time and tried to beat his ass, and they finally did, and eliminated him and threw him out the ring. My opinions on that is it's a very good idea what they did. This is a very good way of building into a WrestleMania match between Bray Wyatt and Brock Lesnar. This match I want to see. This is something they have to go with. They have to go with big time. This would be, personally in my opinion, the match that might make Bray Wyatt who he needs to be and make him a main eventer. Brock Lesnar is the guy that if he was to face one-on-one, no Wyatt family members, and he could put on a great match, no screw job, no nothing, and entertain an audience with Brock Lesnar, he's ready. That's my opinion. Brock Lesnar, if you can go through a match with Brock Lesnar and get your fucking ass kicked, I mean, it did good for Roman Reigns. It made him look good. It gained some of my respect for Roman Reigns for him to go through that kind of punishment, and he did it, and he looked good doing it. Bray Wyatt and Brock would be a great matchup because they're both dominating figures. They both have a force. They both are dominant fighters. I'm not saying like they're, realistic fighters here, but you know what I mean. They're very good dominating characters in the realm of WWE. And in my personal opinion, would be a great matchup for WrestleMania. And I've heard a lot of other channels on YouTube say the exact same thing. So, with all that being said, I've went on quite a bit. But at this time, I felt that this Royal Rumble was decent. I didn't think it was horrible. It had its ups and its downs. It has some criticism that needed to be worked on. But in comparison to what they've given us since Survivor Series to now, this was a hell of a lot better. Hell of a lot better improvement. And I was definitely entertained by it, and I really enjoyed it. I hope people share the same opinion as I do. If not, well, everyone's got their own opinion, and that's why we live in America, and we have the right to have our own rights and opinions to think about things. But anyway, at this time, speaking of opinions, leave your comments and opinions down below on this video. I will definitely get back to anyone that wants to leave a comment there, and I'll definitely respond back to you. And don't forget, lay the smackdown on the subscribe button and follow me through this journey we are going through with this hellacious, shitty fucking WWE product. But thankfully, we got something positive out of this last couple of months of trash. Anyway, thank you very much for watching and enjoy the rest of your day.